It is 25 degrees outside, but 78 inside. And we are poolside at Cumberland Valley High School as High School Sports Live and ABC 27 bring you the 2016 Mid-Penn Swimming Championships, presented by the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. Hi, everybody. Greg Mace together with longtime Schuylkill Valley coach, one of the all-time greats coaching in Pennsylvania, Jim Berkman. Glad to have you with us. First time we've ever televised this event. And, Jim, I think we look at Mid-Penn swimming. I think a lot of people immediately think of Olympians like Jeremy Lin, Anita Knoll, but there are some great current swimmers in this Mid-Penn crop, and we're going to see them here today.
Well, based on the number of schools, this is a large conference in the state. Always some fast swimmers in this meet, leading into the district meet coming up in 3 weeks.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the big picture here and how this kind of fits in as people and swimmers try to get momentum toward the districts and the states.
Well, a lot of the swimmers here are rested and tapered, and they're wearing their tech suits. This is a great pool to swim fast in, and they will today.
So we're going to see both relays and individual, and they're going to earn points here. Everybody is together. There's no AA and AAA like there are in the States. It's kind of like a Hoosiers in basketball. Everybody competes against each other here.
That's correct. A couple years ago, they made this all one meet, and some of the AA coaches, they're not too happy about it, but it makes for great competition.
All right, we're going to see heat races first, and the girls 200-yard girls 200-yard medley relay, I should say. And you see the lanes, and we'll put these up on the full screen here. Redland in lane 3, Cedar Cliff in lane 4, Chambersburg in lane 5, and East Pennsboro in lane 6. Now there'll be 4 heats, and the top schools will be in the later heats. But these all earn you points, all earn times toward what is the final result. Now explain what strokes we see in a medley relay first, and let's let them go here. We're going to be quiet when they get up on here on the podium.
Well, Greg, they start off the medley relay with the backstroke leg. It's 4 swimmers. They each do one 50-yard swim each discipline. They start off with the backstroke. Then the breaststrokers will dive in, the butterflyers will go third, and this race ends with the freestylers. Looking at this heat, lane 5, Chambersburg. Last year, in 2015, they were 11th in the district meet. They're in the first heat here of this conference. As the backstrokers coming into the wall, lane 4, Cedar Cliff has the lead.
And the pool is 25 yards?
25 yards long, that's correct. And this is a great pool here at Cumberland Valley. This meet and the district meet have been here now for 10 years or maybe even more. What makes a fast pool? Deeper water, more lanes, wide lanes, great lane lines. This is a fast pool to swim in.
And Cedar Cliff out in front here as we head to the third leg of the 200-yard medley relay.
And Cedar Cliff breaststrokers split 37.37 as the butterflyer takes to the pool. And the butterflyer coming back on the final leg for her. Cedar Cliff's seed time was 2 minutes 16.78 seconds.
And then they will finish freestyle for the final leg. First of 4 heats. And this is the first event here at the Mid-Penn Finals.
And it looks like Cedar Cliff has this one pretty well wrapped up. Their freestyler coming home on the last lap of the 8-lap race. And according to their seed time, they're having a very good swim. They were seeded at 2:16. They just swam this in 2:09, 7-second drop. Great swim for Cedar Cliff.
And so that'll go in after the first heat is the fastest time, 2:09.67. So we'll go up to heat number 2. We have 27 schools involved, and coming up on this one we have in the next heat, Shippensburg in lane 1, East Pennsboro lane 2, followed by Susquehanna Township, Shippensburg, Cumberland Valley, Redlands, Central Dauphin, and James Buchanan. And you take a look at Cedar Cliff winning with a time of 2 minutes, 9.67 seconds. And again, we are close to the starting line, so we are quiet when they're about to go. These move quickly. The heats move quickly here, and not a whole lot of time in between the different events. This is the first of a full evening of swimming, and the first 3 events, the first 4 heats, belong to the girls' 200-yard medley relay. And look at the great crowd here. This is packed here at the Cumberland Valley pool here at Cumberland Valley High School. Standing room only. People have been here for almost an hour before. And a lot of enthusiasm here tonight. Here we go with heat number 2.
Greg, you mentioned the pack house and people waiting outside to get in line. That's somewhat of a tradition for some of the schools. The parents, they get really excited for this thing, and they're waiting outside for hours. You opened up saying it was 25 degrees outside. They don't care. They're out there waiting. Some of them probably waiting since Wednesday.
Well, we've got 8 schools involved in this one, and this one a little bit closer this time. Redland out in front.
Looking at the schools here in this heat, in lane 2, East Pennsboro, last year at their district meet, they were 10th. And also in lane 8, James Buchanan, they were 13th at the district meet last year. And those are 2 of the AA schools. And they are in heat 2 this year. Backstrokers, lane 6, Redland's backstroker was very nice, under 30 seconds with her first 50 split.
Third leg coming up, breaststroke. Second heat in the 200-yard medley relay for the girls. First out of the block, Susquehanna Township in lane 3. Right there, Shippensburg in lane 4.
Great race for the Butterflyers heading into their 3rd turn. And the Shippensburg Butterflyer looks to be taking control of this race. You also have in lane 1 Shippensburg's B team. So their coach is watching 8 of their ladies swim in this race.
And Shippensburg starting to pull away here in the freestyle.
Central Dauphin's B team in lane 7 doing very well over there. The freestyler has a great stroke. Nice strong kick behind her. Looks like this is Shippensburg's race. They were seated at 2:04. They just went 2 minutes, 0.12, a 4-second drop for Shippensburg. Great swim for those ladies. Looking at them behind the block, they look very excited. They're proud of themselves. They sure should be.
And that'll put them in first place after the first 2 heats. And we'll watch the finish one more time. And you saw Shippensburg on top with a time of just over 2 minutes. So now we'll go to heat number 3, I should say. Boiling Springs, Bishop McDevitt, Trinity, State College, Palmyra, Mechanicsburg Northern, and Carlisle in lane 8.
This Carlisle women had a great dual meet season this year. I think it was back in earlier mid-January. They knocked off the favorite. Carlisle girls beat Hershey High School in a dual meet.
And Hershey, one of the longtime powers in swimming in Mid-Penn. So this is heat number 3, girls 200-yard medley relay, as we just get underway here at Cumberland Valley High School.
And in this heat, if you look at lanes 1, 2, and 3, all three of those schools are pretty good AA powers on the District 3 meet. Boiling Springs in lane 1. Last year in this event, they were 12th at the district meet. In lane 2, Bishop McDevitt, they were 6th at their district meet. And Trinity in lane 3, they were 8th in the district meet last year in the 200 medley relay. Bishop McDevitt's backstroker out to a very quick start. A split of 28.83. Excellent backstroke leg for Bishop McDevitt. Breaststrokers in the pool.
It's like McDevitt has made the turn on top, but right there, State College.
The State College B team, now they are in the Mid-Penn. They are actually District 6. They don't swim in the District 3 meet coming up in a couple of weeks. They are District 6 State College High School. Butterflyers in the pool. State College has a slight lead over Bishop McDevitt in lane 2. Lane 1, outside smoke. Boiling Springs doing well. That girl in lane 4 from State College, a very nice butterfly. Nice soft hands out in front. Good strong kick behind her. Right on the wall at the good finish. Very nice butterfly leg for State College, 27.89.
Final leg, freestyle.
And this looks like it is State College's race. 8th lap coming up. Nice flip turn, good breakouts. Bishop McDevitt in lane 2 still doing very well. Those two schools are having great swims.
And State College finishes first, 156.57.
Bishop McDevitt coming in second there. They dropped 3 seconds from their seed time. Great swim.
Lane 4 in lane 1, Northern air relay. Lane 2, Cumberland Valley air relay. Lane
So now we'll go to the final heat.
This is the one. This is where by seedings, the fastest girls are coming up right now. And this is where most of your AAA schools will be seated. Hershey in lane 4 coming up here. They're the defending champion in this meet.
So it's Northern, their A team in lane 1, Cumberland Valley in lane 2, the Hershey B team in lane 3, Hershey A team in lane 4, followed by State College's A, Central Dauphin, Palmyra. And we talked about that great year so far for Carlisle. So this will decide the girls' 200-yard medley relay. Final heat of 4.
And in the pool, in this heat, the final heat, the only AA school here is Northern in lane 1. Last year they were 7th in this event at their district meet. The other schools in this heat that were district medalists last year in lane 2, Cumberland Valley, they were 10th at their district meet. Palmyra was 5th at their district meet last year. The Hershey girls were district champions and were 3rd in the state in this event last year. Hershey's backstroker on the wall, 27.7. Last year in this meet, Hershey's girls were 145.87. That set the Mid-Penn Conference League record. It was a 145.87. That was Nolan, Robb, Rippon, and Buchanan. And it sure looks like the Hershey girls are just taking charge right now. About a 4-second lead over the field.
Well, we talked about the great tradition of Hershey swimming. They have been one of the dominant forces in Mid-Penn for a long time.
Well, the Fastrich brothers certainly do a great job there at Hershey. They've been doing it for a while, and they're doing it right. They obviously turn out great swimmers year after year.
Final leg, and Hershey is pulling away.
(25-2-1) from the butterfly leg for Hershey. And it's theirs to win. They're not going to set a conference record this year, but they're still winning it. 147.83. State College second. Great swims coming in. In lane 1, that double A team from Northern, seated at 157, went 154, a 3-second drop. Great swim for the Polar Bears.
So we'll watch again the finish, and great finish for Hershey, touching first, way ahead of the rest of the field. And they will capture the gold here in the girls 200-yard medley relay, 147.83.
And they were seated at 147.41, only a couple tenths off of their seed time. What that tells me is those girls probably aren't as rested or rested at all, saving their taper for districts, maybe even states.
So next up is the boys 200-yard medley relay. And in order, from lane 1 out, Chambersburg, James Buchanan, Palmyra, Mechanicsburg, Northern, Redland, Shippensburg.
And heat 1 of 3 heats for the boys in the medley relay. In lane 2, James Buchanan last year at their district meet, they were 12th. So they scored some points on the AA level for their school. We have Palmyra's B team in lane 3, Shippensburg's B team in lane 7. Backstrokers to the wall. Palmyra's there first, 28.50. And you see some of these suits these young men are wearing, Greg, the fancy colors. The young man in lane 3, he's got looks like an orange stripe on his suit, a purple suit there in lane 5. Up on the block in lane 5, there's a nice lime green color. You got to love all these fancy colors these kids wear.
Doesn't make it go any faster, but it makes you look really good, right?
But you know what? If you can't beat them, look better than them, right?
Exactly. Out in front in lane 5, Northern. This is the first of 4 heats in the 3 heats, I should say, in the boys 200-yard medley relay.
And those boys from Northern have a nice lead. Breaststroker and Butterfly did a great job. Freestyler in the water. And when you watch these freestylers, they really turn that water. They hit that wall, come off with a good streamline. It's always great to watch the relays. A lot more team spirit. The 3 boys that already raced, they're standing behind the block cheering for the freestyler. Northern boys win this heat 148. They just dropped 3 seconds. Very good swim.
So that's the time to beat, 148.71. Heat number 2. As you take a look at the finish of that one. Susquehanna Township's in lane 1, followed by Central Dauphin, Cumberland Valley's B team, Trinity, Hershey's B team in lane 5, Palmyra's in 6, Carlisle in 7, and Shippensburg will be in 8.
And again, some schools here that have won some medals and scored points last year at their district meet. In lane 1, Susquehanna Township, they were 10th at their district meet last year. In lane 4, the Shamrocks from Trinity High School, they were 10th in the state last year. They did a great job at their district meet. Their team was defending district champions. And in lane 6, Palmyra, they were 15th in the district last year.
Jim, obviously you're putting your swimmer who swims the strongest in their individual event, whether it's a breaststroke or backstroke. But what kind of strategy is involved in the way you'll pair guys up and girls up, and the way you're putting them into the medley relay?
There isn't really too much strategy with the medley relay. Typically, your fastest backstroker is the backstroker on the relay, and typically your fastest breaststroker is the best breaststroker on the relay. In some rare cases, your fastest breaststroker might also be your fastest butterflyer. In that case, the coach needs to make a decision where they go. Butterflyers now in the pool. Lane 5, Hershey's B team. Slight lead over lane 4, Trinity. Trinity's butterflyer looks like he's taking a little bit of a lead here. Freestylers ready to go. Great finish in lane 4 by Trinity's Butterfly, right on the wall, no chopped stroke. 24.24 split. Great race.
Trinity and Hershey, and this might be our closest finish so far in any of the relay races.
Well, here comes Central Dolphins B team in lane 2. Their freestylers having a great leg. Nice strong kick, and it's lane 2. Central Dolphins B team just dropped 4 seconds from their seed time. What a great race. Back end finish for their relay.
Now, good call, because it looked like Trinity and Hershey were going to battle it out, and suddenly Central Dauphin came on strong at the end, and they win it.
Well, Greg, you said about a strategy. Well, I guess Central Dauphin's strategy was just to sneak up on them and beat them at the end.
All right, heat 3. We'll tell you who they are after they start. State College, Boiling Springs, Hershey's A team. State College, Cumberland Valley, Central Dauphin, McDevitt, and Big Spring. This will decide the boys' 200-yard medley relay final heat.
And there's a lot of hardware in this pool from last year's district and state level. Lane 1, the Bubblers of Boiling Springs. They were 5th at the district meet last year. Lane 3, Hershey is the defending Mid-Penn Conference champion in this event. They were 7th at the state meet last year in the medley relay. In lane 4, State College, they were 16th at states last year. Lane 5, Cumberland Valley, they were 12th at states last year. In lane 7, Bishop McDevitt, they were 12th at states last year on the AA level. And Big Spring in lane 8, they were 7th at states last year. And don't discount lane 6, Central Dauphin, they were 8th at the district meet last year. Last heat, boys medley relay, Butterflyers in the pool.
It's like we had another close finish coming up again.
Boy, look at that underwater work, lane 5, Cumberland Valley's Butterflyer. Phenomenal work. Mike Gobrecht obviously helping him. Mike is his coach. Great butterfly leg. 23.55, 23.6 from State College.
Cumberland Valley and State College. Cumberland Valley and State College down to the end here.
And they're coming down to the end. We're going to have a new champion in this event. Remember, Hershey was the Mid-Penn medley relay champ last year. This year, Cumberland Valley in a 1:36.5. They just dropped 2 seconds from their seed time.
And we'll watch the finish again, and a very close second was State College.
You know, you looked at that finish. Didn't look very close, did it? But that was less than half a second. That's how little time there is when two guys are racing freestyle.
So Cumberland Valley wins the boys. Hershey wins the girls event, the 200-yard medley relay.
So we have the 200 freestyle coming up. First individual event. 8 laps of the pole freestyle.
On Wednesday evening, Mid-Penn diving was held here at Cumberland Valley. At this time, I would like to announce the results of the
They're going to announce the results of the diving, which was held earlier. As we get set for the 200-yard freestyle, Katie Nolan, one of the great names of swimming, Mid-Penn record holder in 2009. And a competitive start, so we're going to have 4 heats for the girls here in the 200-yard freestyle. And we'll tell you who all these swimmers are. There's a look. We'll call their names here in a second.
Event 5 is the girls 200-yard freestyle. In Heat 1, Lane 1, Waynesboro, Piper. Lane 2, Central Dauphin, Heck. Lane 3, Boiling Springs, Megatolsky. Lane 4, Mifflin County, Galbraith. Lane 5, Shippensburg, Seymour. Lane 6, Redland, Fox. Lane 7, Central Dauphin, Moeller. Lane 8, Carlisle, Erfel.
And off we go in heat 1, girls 200-yard freestyle.
And you talked about strategy with the medley relay, and I said there really wasn't too much. Now, when you get into these races, when it's an individual swimmer has to do 8 lengths, you do get some strategy in here. You have to build up some endurance during your training all year long. Part of the strategy is to make sure you're getting enough oxygen while you're swimming. You certainly don't want to go the whole first lap without getting any air. First 50 split looks like lane 6 in first place. Fox, 29.9. So far, they're all spread out evenly. Great race, first 3 laps.
And Jim, as I look at the rundown here, this looks clearly to be the race that you need the most endurance for throughout the entire meet.
For today's events, yes. Tomorrow they swim the 500 freestyle, which is 20 lengths. So you certainly need a little bit more endurance to do that race. But for today, the 200 freestyle, and then coming up very shortly will be the 200 individual medley as well.
Michaela Piper in lane 1 from Waynesboro. Ashley Heck is in lane 2 from Central Dauphin. Katie Molotowski from Boiling Springs in lane 3. Joy Galbraith in lane 4 from Mifflin County. Jordan Seymour in lane 5 from Shippensburg. From Redland, Caitlin Fox in lane 6. Paige Molnar from Central Dauphin is in lane 7. And Katie Erfel from Carlisle, a junior, is in lane 8.
And Katie over there in lane 8 is doing very well. Coaches like to call that outside smoke. In lane 1 and lane 8, both in this heat, doing very well. Staying up there with lane 4, Joy Galbraith. 2 laps to go. Leader was splitting a 34.2 on that last 50. And when you get down to the 7th and 8th lap, that's when you can find out who had the most endurance built up during their training.
And that is Katie Erfel in lane 8. Joy Galbraith from Shippensburg in Mifflin County in lane 4.
And Joy Galbraith in Mifflin County. She's a freshman. She went 2:11.9. She had a full second drop there in that race from her seed time. Great swim.
So now to heat number 2. His song from James Buchanan, Nicole Lee from Trinity, Carly Bruce from Palmyra, Caroline Hills from Trinity. We'll read the rest in just a moment. And off we go, heat number 2. Caitlin Boyce is in lane 5. She's a freshman from Northern. Ashlyn Ellis, a junior from Shippensburg in lane 6. Carly Carrasco, a freshman from Hershey in lane 7. And Kirsten Strayer from Boiling Springs is in lane 8.
Greg, this is a very young heat. 4 freshmen out of the 8 in this heat are in the pool. First 50, lane 6, Ashlyn Chambersburg. Looks like she wants to take charge of the race. 28.4 on her feet. In lane 4 from Trinity, senior Caroline Hill. She was 7th at the district meet last year, so she has experience doing this race. I would look for her to have a great finish the last 50. Ashlyn Ellis from Chambersburg continues to lead out in lane 6. She's out in a 59. Great first 100. Here we go. Lap 5. Lane 3 from Palmyra. Carly Bruce looking very strong on the 5th lap.
Jim, explain, people watch this on the Olympics, watch it, hear how important the turns are.
Oh, turns are extremely important here. It's a 25-yard pool, which isn't an Olympic-sized pool. The Olympics, they're swimming a 50-meter pool, so you get twice as many turns in this pool. Coaches need to practice those turns. They need to attack the wall. Don't slow down going into the wall. When I used to coach, I used to tell the kids, pretend you're throwing a ball against the wall. If you throw the ball soft against the wall, it's going to come back at you soft. If you throw it hard, it's going to come back at you hard. How do you want to go into that wall? Go into the wall hard. Here they come on the final lap. Carly Bruce in 3 and Ashlyn Ellis in 6. Last 15 feet, head down, race to the wall. Great finish. Carly Bruce, a 4-second drop from Palmyra. Those Palmyra coaches do it again. Always great swims.
2:05.57, and we look at their seed times and look at the drops, and all of these swimmers are doing a good job of cutting down from their seed times. Here we go to heat number 3 of 4.
Lane 7, Cumberland Valley, Jones. Lane 8, Bishop McDevitt, Finnerty.
Five seniors, a junior, and 2 freshmen in this one. Allie Hughes is from State College in lane 1. Kelsey Biddle from State College in lane 2. Shannon Ball in lane 3 from Cedar Cliff. Tara Malloy from Hershey, a freshman, in lane 4. Carolyn Bolden in lane 5. She's from Cumberland Valley. Hannah Fenton from State College in lane 6. MK Jones from Cumberland Valley in 7. And Claire Finnery from Bishop McDevitt as a junior. She's in lane 8.
Yeah, you said it, 5 seniors in this race, 3 of them from State College. So State College has a very experienced group of girls in the 200-yard freestyle. In lane 3, Shannon Ball was 14th at districts last year in this event. And in lane 8, Claire Finnerty was 10th in districts last year. So 2 girls in this race that both scored points for their schools last year. Freshman from Cumberland Valley, Carolyn Bolden in lane 5, taking charge of the race. Second 50, under 30 seconds. That's always a good sign.
Carolyn Bolden out in front. She's from Cumberland Valley.
She continues to take charge of the race. Still a nice, strong kick behind her. She's breathing every 4th stroke. That's a great rhythm. Nice, long arms. 6 laps done, 30.5 on her third 50. Her seed time is a 2:02.4. If she can hang on to the end here, she's certainly going to beat that time.
Carolyn Bolden making the turn for home.
Maintaining that nice long stroke and a super kick behind her. This is her race. Boy, a 2:02 seed time. She's going under 2 minutes. Look at her, 1:59.0, dropping 3.5 seconds for the freshman from Cumberland Valley. Great swim.
So Carolyn Bolden now, as we head to heat 4 with a time to beat. And you can see her finishing ahead of the field. And then we will go to the final of 4 heats. And these, as we have seen throughout the first 2, these are your top swimmers in this heat. From Trinity, Kimmy Shynook, the senior in lane 1. Kate Cooper from State College in lane 2. We'll call the rest out after they start. This is a sophomore-dominated heat. Kayla Barone from Cumberland Valley is in lane 3. 2 from Hershey in lane 4. Bailey Robertson. Sally Tafuto is in lane 5. Meg Tate in lane 6. She's from Carlisle, as is Grace Lippert from Carlisle in lane 7. Samantha St. Clair, a sophomore from Palmyra, is in lane 8.
Last year's champion Maggie Lee was a senior from Hershey, so she's graduated and moved on. In lane 4, Bailey Robertson, she was 3rd in this event at the Mid-Penn meet last year. She went on to be 4th at districts and 10th at the states. She looks like she's just in cruise control right now. Other district and state medalists in this heat from last year in lane 1, Kimmy Shynock from Trinity. She was 8th at districts. She also swam the 200 2 years ago and was 17th at states. In lane 3, Kayla Barone from Cumberland Valley. She was 10th at districts last year in this event. 3 girls taking charge of the race. Halfway through, still splitting 28.9 and 29.1.
Sally Tafuto with a slight lead. Kayla Barone from Cumberland Valley right there in lane 3 as well.
At that turn, it looks like Kayla had a slight lead over Tafuto. 2 laps to go. Lane 4, Bailey Robertson looks like she's picking up her tempo. This is going to be a great finish.
Final turn.
Now this is where you see who had the most endurance. That last lap, what a great swim. All three of these girls. Wow, 153s, 154s from the girls from Hershey. Great swim. New Mid-Penn champion for the girls in the 200 freestyle from Cumberland Valley sophomore Kayla Barone.
And watch the finish here, and this was one of the best finishes so far in our races. So Cumberland Valley takes it. Kayla Barone 153.71 in the girls 200-yard freestyle, which next brings up the boys 200-yard freestyle. And a look at the crowd, and as Jim said, a lot of folks waiting outside to get in. We'll tell you where everybody's from after the start. And for me, the easiest set of names so far. In lane 1, Albie Lears from Shippensburg. Sam Moyer in lane 2, junior from Mechanicsburg. Both from Central Dauphin, both are sophomores. In lane 3 is Dalton Will. Jonah Key is in lane 4. Tyler Swidler from Cedar Cliff is a senior in lane 5. In lane 6 is Chris Bloom from Central Dauphin. He's a sophomore. And Nathan Sears is a junior in Redland. He's in lane 7.
So here we are, heat 1 of the boys 200 freestyle. No freshmen in this heat. These guys are a little bit older, a little bit more experienced.
Caleb, swing on in here a little bit. Well, we have our first winner from the 200-yard freestyle. Hi. Caleb Barone, nice to see you.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let me see if we can hear you here on headset number 3. We got it. We got him there, Chad. All right. Congratulations. Tell me a little bit about your swim and pacing yourself there.
I mean, I practice really hard, and I've been practicing my pace throughout practice with the help of my coach. But in the race, I was just telling myself that I knew I could do it. I know I could drop time. Other than that, I just worked on my turns and my start.
153.71. You pleased with that, eh?
Yeah, that's my best time ever.
Yeah, Kayla, I see last year you were 10th at districts. You went 155.
Yeah.
And today you went 153. You have to be super excited about that.
I am. I'm really pumped.
You ready for districts?
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
What's it like swimming here in your home pool with the crowd here behind you?
It's amazing. It's the best feeling.
Well, listen, congratulations and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, Kayla Barone, winner of the girls 200-yard freestyle from Cumberland Valley.
Go get your cool down. Good job.
Oh, thanks.
All right, in that race, Jonah Key, the winner, sophomore from Central Dauphin, and the boys 200-yard freestyle in that first heat, the time of 157.51. So here we go with heat number 2.
And that was a good drop for Jonah in lane 4. He was seated at 2 minutes, 0.9. He went a 157.5. Very good swim.
In lane 1, a junior from Northern is Seth Hawkins. Nick Mosby's a sophomore from Palmyra. He's in lane 2. In lane 3, James Saracena. He's a senior from Big Spring. Ryan Albert in lane 4 is a sophomore from Cumberland Valley. Caleb Paget is in lane 5. He's a freshman from Carlisle. Hunter Mona in lane 6 from State College. Nick Martino in lane 7. He's from Lower Dauphin. And Max Florentino is a junior from Carlisle. He's in lane 8.
And the only freshman in this heat, lane 5, Caleb Paget from Carlisle, doing very well so far. He's out there with the top 2 or 3 guys. Lane 4, sophomore from Cumberland Valley, Ryan Albert, had the lead at the 3-lap mark. In lane 3 from Big Springs, senior James Saracena. Last year he swam this at the AA district meet. He was 13th in that meet, scoring valuable points for the Bulldogs from Big Spring.
And Ryan Albert out in front. Sophomore swimming in his home pool here at Cumberland Valley.
That is a little bit of an advantage. You mentioned that to Kayla. These kids from Cumberland Valley love this pool. They love being able to swim in this pool day in and day out. It's a huge advantage to them. And Ryan Albert at 6 laps, 122. His third split was a 28.9. So far, a great swim by this sophomore. He's got a nice steady kick behind him. Long strokes, heading into the last turn. 1 lap to go.
And it's an advantage to have the home crowd because Cumberland Valley's got a great cheering section on that far side.
Wow, wonderful swim here, Ryan. Get in there and get that wall. 1:51, just dropped 3.5 seconds. Wow. And you know, when you're sitting on the bench cheering on a teammate in the pool, when they have a swim like that, it just motivates the whole team. It's a snowball effect. Whoever's next in line from that team that wants to race, well, they just want to dive in right now and go.
Seems like nearly everybody's dropping their seed time from the way they were seated to go coming into this.
Well, and we talked about that in the opening, Greg, where this is a meet, this is the last chance for them to make a better seed time for districts. A lot of them are tapered. You see most of them are wearing their tech suits, and they're ready to go. This is a great pool.
Heat 3 of 4, boys 200-yard freestyle. Remember, it's the best time that wins. We're not doing eliminations here. Derek Benchoff from Wadesboro is a junior in lane 1. Charlie Fackler's in lane 2. He's a freshman from Hershey. Daniel Logan, a junior from Susquehanna Township in lane 3. In lane 4, Zach Bonson, he's from Mifflin County. Nate Woodman in lane 5, he's from State College. Michael Zakowski from Redlands, a senior in lane 6. Sean Capper, lane 7, he's a senior from Trinity. And in lane 8, sophomore from Hershey is Justin Mills.
And the lone freshman in this heat, lane 2, Charlie Fackler from Hershey. He's got a nice stroke there in lane 2. Looks like out in the lead right now is lane 4 from Mifflin County, Zach Bonson, senior. Lane 6, senior Redland, Michael Zakowski is also having a great swim. 2 guys taking charge of the race, coming in on the 4th lap, turning in at a 51.1 in lane 4, Zach Bonson. I'm watching senior Nate Woodman in lane 5. He looks like he has the kind of stroke where he could just finish very strong in the last 50. Nice, strong, steady kick behind him. Long out front, the front quadrant swimming. Always good to see from longer swimming freestyle.
Zach Bonson, the senior from Mifflin County, out in front.
Here they come, lap 7. Another lap and a half to go, last flip turn. It looks like Zilkowski from Redland looks like he might want to win this race. Close finish.
Down to the wire.
Wow, 147 out of Bonson. That's a 3-second drop. 147 for the senior from Redland in lane 6. He just dropped 5 seconds. Wow, these guys sure are swimming fast.
Zach Bonson from Mifflin County finishes first. We go now to heat number 4, the final of these 4 heats, and the boys 200-yard freestyle. Glad you're with us here on ABC 27. First time we've ever televised the Mid-Penn Swimming Championships, and here we go, final heat, boys 200-yard freestyle.
Gotta love the guys that can rock the pink suit.
They're in lane 4 and 7, but we start with Zach Hagan. He's a freshman from Hershey in lane 1. Jacob Greenwood, a freshman from Chambersburg, is in lane 2. Ning Liu, a sophomore from Cumberland Valley, is in lane 3. Tobias Van Dyke, a junior from State College, in lane 4. Ben Francis from Cumberland Valley in lane 5. Cole Luttrell from Hershey in lane 6. Ricky Averill in lane 7. He's from Central Dauphin. And in lane 8, Dave Novinsky from State College. He's a senior. Novinsky.
Two freshmen in this final heat. Lane 1, Hagan from Hershey, and Greenwood in lane 2 from Chambersburg. A couple of district medal winners. Lane 3, Ning Liu, sophomore from Cumberland Valley, was 19th in this event at district meet last year. And the sophomore from Hershey in lane 6, Cole Luttrell, was 23rd at the district meet last year. The conference record is a 1:36.06 set in 2011 by David Nolan. I don't think that's in jeopardy today, do you?
No. He's one of the great names of swimming in the history of this area.
Well, I was blessed. I was still coaching Schuylkill Valley at the time, and I was blessed to see him swim. What a stroke, everything, just proper.
Well, it's Tobias Van Dyke in the pink and black suit, styling it. He's a junior. He's from State College. He's out front.
And he's still doing very well. He was third 50 was a 27.1, bringing it home real fast. And here they come, last lap. It's his race. His seed time is a 1:45.03. He's about to go a 1:43.39. He just dropped almost 2 seconds. Great swim by the junior from State College, Tobias Van Dyke, 2016 Mid-Penn champion in the 200 freestyle.
And there's the finish, and a very strong finish for Tobias Van Dyke. 200-yard freestyle. A little Let's Go State for State College. We're going to take a break and be back. You are watching the Mid-Penn Conference Swimming Championships live on ABC 27.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
At Giant, it's never been easier for you to shop smart. Discover low prices on the items you buy most. Save on thousands of items every week with new Red Bonus Buy savings. And with gas rewards, you save big at the pump. You'll love how your savings stack up. Only at Giant. Earn gas extra reward savings every time you shop. And pump up your rewards even more with weekly bonus offers in-ad and in-store. Gas extra rewards go farther at Giant.
It's better at Brenner.
The Brenner family of dealerships gives you better pricing, better customer service, better selection, and a better service department for the life of your vehicle. We'll show you how at Brenner Chrysler Jeep, Brenner Nissan, and Brenner Pre-Owned. The Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, and on Paxton Street, Harrisburg. 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com.
It's better at Brenner.
Serving Central PA for over 94 years.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Stay low, drop.
Players and parents have more confidence in Advanced Hoops and Team PA AAU basketball. It's the only program that invests in a full-time staff to ensure that players get quality coaching, skill development, practice time, and quality tournaments. Over 170 players placed in college. Wow!
Advanced Hoops is on another level. Since my son has started, he's improved in shooting, dribbling, and understanding the concepts of the game.
To check out Advanced Hoops and Team PA, go to advancedhoops.com.
And we're back live at the Mid-Penn Swimming Championships here on ABC 27, High School Sports Live, presented by PHFA. Well, we are with our next champion, Tobias Van Dyke, who is the winner of the boys 200-yard freestyle. Great time for you. Congratulations. Tell me a little bit about your swim.
I didn't really know what to expect. I just dove in and went after it. Made sure I wasn't holding anything back.
You really jumped out in front. When you're swimming, are you aware where other people are, or you just keep going at it?
That's how I base how I'm doing, based on everyone else in the race.
So you like to race based on where they're at?
Yeah.
Well, I sure hope they're swimming fast, because if you're basing it off of them, you know, your seed time was 1:45. You went 1:43. Is that your lifetime best?
Yeah.
It is very good. You look like you were getting stronger as the race went on.
It didn't feel like that. I was getting kind of tired.
No, well, I tell you what, we'll find out tomorrow when you swim the 500 if you can keep getting stronger after 8 laps. You had a great race. Good job.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about this event and what this is like swimming, because this is a great atmosphere here.
Yeah, it's crazy. You got everybody, all the teams cheering. Everybody's cheering. The parents are on their feet. It's awesome.
And I'll tell you what we noticed about you. You were styling in the pink and black suit. That's very stylish.
Thank you.
Good work. All right. Tobias Van Dyke out of State College, just a junior. Will be swimming again tomorrow. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for inviting me.
We'll have more from the Mid-Penn Swimming Championships coming up after this.
How about we cut some fat from the system? How about we lose the hot air and secondhand smoke? Let's give everyone a great choice of doctors and remember we're our own primary care providers. Let's build better plans and pick up some better habits along the way. It's time to be the change we want to see in healthcare and the change we want to see in ourselves. Let's do it all for health. Highmark, Blue Shield.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
There's a place where kids really connect to learning. Commonwealth Connections Academy. It's a tuition-free, fully accredited online public school where students find devoted, enthusiastic teachers like never before. Commonwealth Connections Academy, the online public school.
Right now at Pizza Hut, you can get any 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Choose any crust, any sauce, any toppings. So go for it, America. Get any toppings, any crust flavor, anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Karen has 459 friends, but none of them made sure she got home okay. None of them suggested she skip the next drink, try a glass of water, or maybe just call it a night. Karen has 459 friends. But tonight, what she really needed was one good one.
The biggest needs for young basketball players are confidence and improved skill level. Advanced Hoops 3D training gets the best results because Gerald Jarman's dribbling and instruction are cutting edge. Archie Smith is passionate and helps young players get quicker and faster. Charlie Fortney is the best shooting instructor around year after year.
Circling low.
Players can compete in competition classes. It's the most affordable and effective training. To register for spring 3D training, go to advancedhoops.com.
Right now at Pizza Hut, you can get any 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Choose any crust, any sauce, any toppings. So go for it, America. Get any toppings, any crust flavor, anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
It's better at Brenner.
Brenner is back on Paxton Street with Brenner Pre-Owned. Choose from over 300 quality pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and minivans. We've got your next vehicle that's priced to fit your budget. At Brenner Pre-Owned, we have financing for every credit situation, plus 100% guaranteed credit. We'll get you driving today. Get to Brenner Pre-Owned, back on Paxton Street or anytime at BrennerPreowned.com.
It's better at Brenner.
24/7 at BrennerPreowned.com.
No regrets.
If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened, at rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today, because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
Erie Insurance.
And we are back live at Cumberland Valley High School. The girls' 200-yard medley relay just awarded the gold medal to Hershey High School. Greg Mace, along with longtime Schuylkill Valley coach, had a great success in your 14 years there at Schuylkill Valley. Jim Berkman. Can I tell you a quick story? I want to tell you my Michael Phelps story. You ready?
Oh, I'm loving this.
All right, you ready? Michael Phelps and I went to the same elementary school. True story. I was like 3 years ahead of him.
Okay.
No, I was like 40-plus years ahead of him. Anyway, so Michael Phelps grew up in Baltimore, obviously, grew up in Rogers Forge, and suddenly one day I discovered that Michael Phelps went to Rogers Forge Elementary School, where I went as a little kid, and they lived in the same neighborhood. We had no pool in Rogers Forge, so I can't take any credit for like showing him the ropes or anything, but that's my claim to fame. Michael Phelps and I both went to Rogers Forge Elementary.
Well, maybe you had some of the same teachers. I don't know how long they last there at that school.
Probably not.
But, you know, I don't think he needed a pool. He could have just swum around the harbor and became a great swimmer.
Well, it's we Baltimoreans claim Michael Phelps very, very well. I have to say, this is such a great atmosphere. This is great fun, and watching the dedication to these swimmers, and what a great reward for them to come in here and start to best their own times as they, I think, getting, obviously, I guess, into this situation pumps you up. You have your best performances as you go along often.
Absolutely, and even though they do keep a team score here for this meet, team score really, if you ask most of the coaches, really boils down to maybe 5% of this meet. This meet is 95% individuals wanting to do better. This is their last chance to improve their times, to either make districts, not make districts, maybe get a better seed time so that they're in a better heat and lane at districts. This is very much an individual meet, and as you said, what I call the snowball effect. When the first swimmer from each team races, particularly the medley relay, if they have a great swim, the next people are ready to go. It's just so exciting. The fans in the balcony, the teams on the deck.
And it's packed. It is just absolutely packed in here. We're glad you're with us here on ABC 27. The first time we've ever televised the Mid-Penn Championships, and it's a terrific event, and this pool is just phenomenal here at Cumberland Valley. They've done a great job of putting this together. There's 27 different schools here, all represented, and we talked about the great rivalry between Hershey and Cumberland Valley. We should notice that there have been some great stories this year in Mid-Penn. We talked about the Redland boys, first time in 25 years that they won the conference. The Carlisle team has done really, really well. So it's neat to see some of the balance and some of the other teams who have now started to achieve some success along with Hershey and Cumberland Valley.
I agree. The rivalry in dual meets between Hershey and Cumberland Valley is pretty big. The story with Redland, how about that? First time in 25 years winning their division of the Mid-Penn Conference. I believe that was the Keystone Division. You want to talk about rivalries? I think by Carlisle's girls beating Hershey this year, whether they won it or not, I think they might have forged their own rivalry with the Trojans of Hershey for next year. There might be some revenge coming. I don't know.
We saw that camera shot up there in the rafters just a moment ago, and who is up there? A couple of our camera guys are up there working that high camera all the way up top. There they are. Turn around and wave, guys. Good job.
In third place,
that's a great angle.
When
they're looking down.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That angle, when we see them racing at that angle, that's phenomenal.
So we're happy to bring this to you. We have the girls 200-yard IM coming up here, and we will have 4 heats again in this. And as we said, we don't eliminate. It's not like we have 4 heats and then a championship. It is the best time, and the best swimmers with the best time are going in the 4th heat. Normally they're going to win, have the best time, but that is not necessarily the case. It is split a lot. Juniors, freshmen, sophomores, all kind of combined depending on their time. And a variety of AA. It's not just the AAA schools who are in the last heat. you look down here and you see a lot of AA schools as well who move into that final heat, which is kind of neat as well. So this is the first of 4 timed heats. The girls' 200-yard IM coming up. Allie Robb from Hershey is the Mid-Penn best time. Got it last year at 2:02.23.
And that's an interesting story. Allie Robb, big family of Robb's swimmers that swim for Hershey. They moved to the state of Tennessee, and they're no longer swimming for Hershey High School this year. Left a little bit of a void in the fast stretch program.
So as the swimmers get set, Kayla Snyder's in lane 1 from James Buchanan. Darian Case in lane 2 from Boiling Springs. Caroline Hoffman in lane 3 from Carlisle. Amanda Shoemaker's in lane 4. She's from Carlisle. Emma Sanderson's in lane 5. She's from Susquehanna Township. Carly Avrill's in lane 6. She's from Central Dauphin. Katie Posavich from Bishop McDevitt is in lane 7. Evie Thompson in lane 8. She's a senior from Central Dauphin. So after the break, here we go. 4 heats. Girls 200-yard IM.
One thing to keep in mind, Craig, the IM at districts last year, the girls 200 individual medley, 9 of the top 12 finishers were seniors in the girls 200 IM last year. District 3 AAA girls 200 IM this year is wide open for anyone to take.
Temperature outside, let me check. Let me see what it's dropped to now, because it's really nice in here. It's 23 outside. It's about 78 in here.
Are you complaining?
No, I think
No.
I just stay in here all day.
Absolutely.
Take a little dip after we're done. I think the announcers are entitled to that.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Water temperature is about 80-ish.
I would guess it's probably 80, 81, 82, maybe somewhere in that range.
And we'll look at some of the coaches and times, and you've seen the crowd as you see the folks that are lined up in front of us. They're lined up on the other side, people waiting to get in. This place holds a lot, but you could probably double the stands here and still fill it. So this is the first of 4 timed heats. Here we go, girls 200-yard IM. 3 seniors, 2 freshmen, 2 juniors. And you can see this, the events move very fast. It doesn't seem like we've been here for an hour, but it seems faster. I mean, this thing flies along.
Well, you know what they say when you're having fun, right?
Yeah, this is terrific. So this, in terms of strokes, is like the relay, correct?
Well, yes, this is the individual medley. The medley relay starts with backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, freestyle. The individual medley, you start off the block, you go butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyles at the end. When you use the track and field analogy, this is the decathlon of swimming. All 4 disciplines, all thrown in one. Not only must you be good at all 4 strokes, but you must have a good level of endurance. We talked about that during the 200 freestyle. Butterfly leg. You can always tell who the good butterflyers are. They're usually in first place after the first 2 laps.
Jim, we see the officials in the white shirts along here, lined up along the side and at the end walls. What are they looking for? Anything in particular?
They're looking for stroke infractions. The rule book, is pretty specific about the strokes. Butterfly, the arms must be going simultaneously. The kick, the feet must be going simultaneously. Backstroke, very simple. It's called backstroke. Just stay on your back. When you finish the backstroke leg in the individual medley, you must finish on your back. You may not roll over and do a turn. The breaststroke, again, the arms simultaneous out in front. The legs behind you, kicking with the feet, the toes pointed outward. You can't have a dolphin kick, a butterfly kick. That would be an illegal stroke infraction. Butterfly and breaststroke must touch the wall with 2 hands. as opposed to backstroke and freestyle where you can touch with one hand. And then freestyle, just as it says, it's freestyle. Now, the only real rule about freestyle in an individual medley is you cannot do any of the other previous strokes you already swam. And then, of course, they have that new Ryan Lochte rule in the individual medley where when you come off the wall in freestyle, you must be on your stomach. You may not be on your back. So as we come down to the turn, lap 7 into lap 8, lanes 3 and 4 look like they have the lead. They're teammates.
Both from Carlisle, Caroline Hoffman, Amanda Shoemaker. She's in lane 4. It looks like Hoffman a little bit out in front. Was a touch. That is correct. It is Caroline Hoffman, the junior from Carlisle. 2:27.53.
And I believe there was a change in the seatings there in lane 4. That was Katie Keck from Palmyra. Katie had a very good swim there. She was the alternate. She popped in there in lane 4. I guess someone scratched. But Katie was seated at a 2:34, and she just went a 2:29. 5-second drop for her from being in the alternate spot. Great swim.
So here we go with heat number 2. Individual medley, 200-yard girls. Lane 1 from Northern is Libby Gingrich. Shaylin Trostel's in lane 2. She's a freshman from Palmyra. Brooke Geyers from Hershey. She's in lane 3, a sophomore. Junior Rachel Ebby, lane 4. She's from Northern. Abby Reichdorfer, a sophomore from Chambersburg in lane 5. In lane 6, Grace McCloskey from Lower Dauphin. Madeline Piccinini in lane 7. And Ellie Tate is in lane 8. She's a junior from Carlisle.
And you notice one huge difference between the girls' races to the guys' races. A lot more freshmen in the girls' races. The ladies mature at a younger age than the guys. They're a little bit quicker as freshmen. So we see a lot of freshmen in the girls' races. And the freshman from Palmyra in lane 2, Shaylin Trostel, obviously a very good butterflyer because she was way out in the lead there. Her backstroke looks very good as well. She's sitting back, her hips are riding high, a nice strong kick behind her. 104.9 at the turn into breaststroke. And one thing they say, Greg, about breaststroke in an IM, it's the great equalizer. A lot of great IMers are great at IM because they're great at breaststroke.
And Shaylin Trostel, she's the freshman from Palmyra, out in front, and out in front handily.
Yeah, and if you look at her stroke in breaststroke, it's not the most conventional stroke, but it's effective and productive, and she's still leading the pack. 2 laps to go, 2-hand touch into the freestyle. Second place right now. Looks like lane 5, Abby Reichdorfer. Here we go, last flip turn, last lap, freestyle. Oh, these ladies have a lot of energy. You can see them coming on strong. Hopefully Shaylin can keep it up in lane 2 because the other girls in the center are racing hard.
Trostel first to touch. 2:23.11.
That's a 4.6 second improvement from her 2:27 seed time. Phenomenal swim from the freshman Trostel from Palmyra. Great job, young lady.
So here we go with the third of the time finals. Madeline Kraft in lane 1. She's a senior from Carlisle. Abby Hess from Palmyra. She's a junior in lane 2. In lane 3, Lauren LaBelle from Mechanicsburg. Rest coming up. In lane 4, another freshman, Maggie Hagan. She's from Hershey. State College freshman Grace D'Angelo in lane 5. Madeline Flores, a senior from Big Spring. She's in lane 6. Kaylin King in lane 7. She's from East Pennsboro. And Abby Brown, the freshman from Cumberland Valley, is in lane 8.
And again, 3 freshmen in this heat, the younger women. When you look across the pool, a lot of them wearing those tech suits certainly give them a big advantage, especially in the longer races. Some hardware from last year at districts. In lane 3, Lauren LaBelle. She was 17th at her district meet in the 200 IM. In lane 6, Madeline Flory from Big Spring. She was 9th in her district AA for the 200 IM. And in lane 7 from East Pennsboro, Kaylin King was 11th in the AA district meet in the 200 IM. Coming up on lap 4, the backstroke, and it looks like these Palmyra girls in lane 2 really love that water. Wonder if there's a jet behind them.
I don't see one, but it looks that way.
They sure like lane 2. And freshman lane 4 from Hershey, Maggie Hagan. Pretty good breaststroker. Nice long stroke, good press with the shoulders. Coming in on the final lap of breaststroke. And don't give up on lane 3, Lauren LaBelle. She's obviously a good breaststroker. She caught the field. 2 laps to go.
Maggie Hagan, Lauren LaBelle. LaBelle in lane 3. Take a look at Abby Hess in lane 2 right there.
Oh, I love the great finishes. The closer the race, the better I like it.
Well, this is going to be one of our best so far.
Here we go.
Hess, LaBelle, and Hagan in that order.
10 yards to go. Put your head down. Get to the wall, ladies.
At the line. And the winner in lane 3, Lauren LaBelle from junior from Mechanicsburg.
Look at those times, Greg. 2:18.65, 2:18.67, 2:18.81. It doesn't get any closer than that.
That may be our best finish yet.
Wonder if they clip their fingernails.
Any advantage.
They can get to the wall a little quicker if they don't clip their fingernails, right?
Well, here we go. Final heat. And as is tradition here, best times belong to these young ladies. Mimi Chase is a sophomore from Trinity. She's in lane 1. Ruth D'Angelo in lane 2. She's a junior from State College. The rest coming up after the start. Oriana Barone, a senior from Hershey's in lane 3. Lila Kramer's also from Hershey. She's in lane 4. Juliet Kerrigan from State College in lane 5. Becca Luft, a senior from Northern in lane 6. Ava Arnold in lane 7. She's a junior from Cedar Cliff. Grace Tothiero from State College is in lane 8. If I mispronounce a name, I apologize.
And here's always the exception to the rule. No freshmen in this heat, but 4 seniors. And some hardware from last year at districts. In lane 1, Mimi Chase. She was 5th in the AA district meet in the 200 IM. On the AAA level, lane 3, Oriana Barone was 7th. In lane 4, Mila Kramer was 13th. And in lane 7, Ava Arnold was 30th at the district meet last year. She's obviously doing a lot better this year. Lane 5, Juliet Garrigan of State College has the lead at the halfway point.
All the top times, all the top swimmers, and the individual competition and in the team competition, always in the final heat. Best time wins. Best time out of the 4.
And that's what we call timed finals, where we do not have prelims and then a final session later. You race once and done. You know, you get one shot at it. We talked about districts is the same way. It's timed finals. When you get to the state level, we perform prelims in the morning and then finals in the evening. Here we go, the last 2 laps. Freestyle. Oriana Barone in lane 3. Looks like she has the lead with 1 lap to go.
We're in for a similar finish to the last heat. Barone, Kramer, Kerrigan. Who's out in front? It looks like lane 3, Barone may have an edge.
Oh, who's got the longer arm? Oh, wow.
Barone from Hershey.
All three 211s. Phenomenal swimming. 2:11, 1:5. Lane 3, Oriana Barone. Great swim.
And look at this finish again. Split seconds between the three. And Oriana Barone wins it. So now here we go to the 200-yard IM for boys. And again, we'll go 4 heats. Today's event being brought to you by the West Shore Y, competitive swimming, offering competitive swimming since 1972. There's their website, phone number. Talk more about them in just a moment. First heat, Hunter Keys is in lane 1. He's a freshman from Central Dauphin. Tucker Ball is from Cedar Cliff. He's in lane 2. Brandon Maxwell's in lane 3. He's a sophomore from Mechanicsburg. Daniel Matteo in lane 4 is for a senior from Carlisle. Caden Smith in lane 5 from East Pennsboro. Lane 6, Matthew Buck from Shippensburg. Lane 7, Noah Shank from James Buchanan. James Thompson in lane 8. He's a freshman from Cedar Cliff. We're going to have our champion up here from the last race, Oriana Barone. We're going to have you put the headset on here. Work you in here. Let you catch your breath as we take a look at this heat. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How was your swim out there?
It's good. It's my best time this season so far.
Talk a little bit about the strategy in an IM on an individual basis and what kind of goes through your mind as you're out there swimming.
I think the first half, not to take it out too fast. And I focus on my breaststroke because it's my best stroke. And then just bring it back the last 50.
And you knocked 3 seconds off your seed time there as well. You're happy with that?
Yeah, I'm really happy with that time.
Oriana, last year you were 7th at districts with a 2:08, and you went 2:11 today. Are you ready? Are you prepared?
Yeah.
To get back down to that 2:08, maybe even go quicker?
Yeah, we start taper for districts, so I think I go faster than that time.
We sure hope so. Now, is this just a coincidence? In the 200 free, we had Kayla Barone being a winner. Are you relation?
No.
No
I don't know
relation
her,
at
no.
all? No? Okay. Well, so you will be swimming the IM at districts?
Yeah, and the 100 breaststroke.
And the 100 breast, and I noticed you did swim them. You were also swimming those at states last year as well.
Yeah.
Is that your goal this year? You want to get back?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about swimming for Hershey, because you have such a great reputation, a lot of pressure, but it must be exciting to swim for a team that gets a lot of recognition.
Yeah. All the girls really motivate each other, and we're all working our best this season. So I think it's going to be a good one.
Well, you did lose a great team, 2 good teammates that moved away, and I don't think it mattered too much. You had other girls step up, and they took their place very well, and you still had another great season. Good luck to you at districts.
Thank you.
Mariana, thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Mariana Barone from Hershey. Winning in that heat was Tucker Ball from Cedar Cliff, the freshman, 2:15.08. Here we go to the second heat of 4. Kick it off with Brian Jones, who's a sophomore from Cumberland Valley. And as usual, the rest are coming up. In lane 2, Ethan Spencer from Northern. Sequid Sistrunk from Central Dauphin. He's a senior. Austin Lauer from lane 4 from Lower Dauphin. Anders Sonsby in lane 5 from State College. Eric Brodsky from East Pennsboro's in lane 6. Brennan Conway's in lane 7 from Central Dauphin. And in lane 8, Jacob Gaiman. He is from Chambersburg.
In lane 4 from Lower Dauphin, senior Austin Lauer out in a 26.5 in his butterfly split. He's really taking it out and going for it. He also has a nice backstroke, very smooth, head is steady. Again, hips high. Nice roll into his turn, a 32.4 split on the backstroke, up into the breaststroke.
And one of the two seniors in this second heat. 200-yard IM for the boys, heat number 2. We apologize. Sometimes we don't get lane 1 in here sometimes because it is jam-packed here, and we have swimmers coming through and photographers and officials.
Austin Lauer at the turn, 1:36.02 coming home in the freestyle. 2 laps to go. Lane 2, Ethan Spencer from Northern York having a great swim as well. Those 2 guys out in the lead. Ethan wearing the purple suit. That's awesome. I love that.
Well, here's Austin Lauer, senior from Lower Dauphin, cruising home.
2:07.24. That's more than 5-second time drop. Great swim by Austin Lauer. Ethan Spencer from Northern in lane 2 won a 2:09. That's a 5-second drop for him as well.
And all these swimmers, so many of them who are winning, I think everybody so far has bested their best time who's coming first. So here we go with heat number 3. 2 seniors in this one, 3 seniors. Greenbaum is from Boiling Springs. Witt is from State College. Senaviva is a senior from Hershey. Nonmaker is a sophomore from Shippensburg. Erdley from State College. Alex Sheets is from Boiling Springs. He's in lane 6. John Wang from Hershey's in lane 7. Crawford Smith, a junior from Cumberland Valley, is in lane 8. If you're flipping around, you just join us. Greg Mace, Jim Berkman from Cumberland Valley High School. First ever telecast of the Mid-Penn Conference Swimming Championships. Team and individual competition. We'll have one team, girls and boys champion at the end of this, but a great crowd. And this, one of the more competitive races so far. Boy, we got 7 people right across, almost dead even.
This is a great race. Heat 3 of the boys 200 individual medley. Greg, you talked about the team champion. They do award points. The top 16 places in each event score points. First place gets 20, all the way down to 16th place gets 1 point. Relays scored double. Now, even though they do score points like that, the coaches will tell you they might place 5 or 10% of the value of this meet on the team points. Sure, they would love to place high, maybe even win the meet on total points, but the objective of this meet, individually, improve your times to get better seeds and qualify for districts. Here in Heat 3, lane 6, Alex Sheets, Boiling Springs. Last year at districts, he was 8th in the 200 IM at the AA meet. He's having a good swim so far, nice steady breaststroke. Remember we said about the great equalizer? 6 boys in breaststroke touching the wall, all within a half a second of each other.
Well, here we go with freestyle, and it's still anybody's race here.
And at this point, we also discussed how well were you rested? How well did you train and get the endurance behind you? But at this point, all you have to do is let adrenaline take over. How big's your heart? How much do you want to win? Go for it. Finish strong.
And it looks like it is Sam Nunmaker from Shippensburg, the sophomore who pulled away at the end in the freestyle.
He was seated at 2:06.9. He went a 2:04.0, so he had almost a 3 full second drop as well. Another great time drop by the winner of the race.
What a strong finish. After they were 6 across, he pulls away in the freestyle. So here we go with the final heat. Bloom is from Central Dauphin. And in lane 1, it's Nick Bloom from Central Dauphin. Avery Barley in lane 2 from Chambersburg. In lane 3, Mikey Shallis. He's from State College. In lane 4 is Jack Kushner. He is from Hershey High. He's a senior, Kushner. Jacob Deckman's in lane 5. He's from Cumberland Valley. Jared Anderson in lane 6 from Big Spring. Tyler Francis in lane 7. He's from Cumberland Valley. In lane 8, Alan Wong from Hershey High. He's a junior.
And Jack Kushner in lane 4, the senior from Hershey. Last year at districts, he was 5th at the AAA meet. And also in lane 6, Jared Anderson swam the IM at the AA district meet, and he was 4th. That was on the district level. At the state level last year, Jared Anderson was 13th in the state, the AA state meet. And also Jack Kushner, last year at states, Jack finished 11th in the 200 IM at the AAA state meet. So a lot of great IMers here in this field. Right now, lane 5 from Cumberland Valley, Jacob Deckman leading the way, 3 laps to go.
Well, he's got the home crowd behind him. Jacob Deckman, a junior from Cumberland Valley, out in front.
2 years ago, Jacob swam this event, made it to the state level. He was 21st in the IM in 2004. That was at the state meet. Last year, he chose to do the 200 free. Well, here he's in the IM again. I wonder which events he'll choose for districts this year.
Jacob Deckman will win the boys 200 IM, 1:53.03.
And that's a 1.7 second drop. Great swim for him. Good swim all around for those boys. You can tell who the boys are, and the girls as well. Those that are rested a little bit for this meet, they're the ones having the big time drops.
When we come back, the girls' 50-yard freestyle as we continue with the Mid-Penn Conference swim meet live on ABC 27 and High School Sports Live.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time. When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less. And OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Well, with our latest winner, Jacob Deckman, who wins in his home pool, congratulations. Tell me a little bit about your swim, how you felt about it.
You know, I really just tried to take it out really strong, and if I took it out good, I could hold that the whole way through and keep the momentum going into the breaststroke, which is probably my weakest stroke of all 4. And I knew if I could win the breaststroke, I could bring it back in the freestyle and take home the win.
And that's your strategy going in as you think about this? Yeah.
Well, I saw that 2 years ago you swam the IM in districts and states. Last year you went 200 free. Do you have a plan for this year?
I'm not really sure yet. I was trying to feel out the IM at this meet,
right?
See if I want to do that at districts, but I really don't know yet.
Well, 2 years ago you went 158.
Yes.
And you went 153 today. Mm-hmm. You said breaststroke's your weak stroke. Son, you don't have a weak stroke. You're a very good IMer, so whichever you choose, I'm sure you'll do well at it.
Thank you.
Jacob, talk a little bit about swimming here in your home pool. Is that an advantage?
I feel like it's a great advantage because you know, we don't really have to get used to the blocks at all because we practice on them every day. We don't have to get used to the walls. And plus, like, all our families are here. It's a lot of great support from the home crowd, and it's just a blast swimming in this pool.
Very good. Jacob, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Jacob Detman from Cumberland Valley, winner of the boys 200 IM. When we come back, more swimming as the Mid-Penn Conference Swimming Championships continue live here on ABC 27.
Stay low, drop. Players and parents have more confidence in advanced hoops and Team PA AAU basketball. It's the only program that invests in a full-time staff to ensure that players get quality coaching, skill development, practice time, and quality tournaments. Over 170 players placed in college. Wow!
Advanced Hoops is on another level. Since my son has started, he's improved in shooting, dribbling, and understanding the concepts of the game.
To check out Advanced Hoops and Team PA, go to advancedhoops.com.
Well, today's event brought to you by the West Shore YMCA Competitive Swimming. The YMCA has offered competitive and pre-competitive swimming programs in central Pennsylvania since 1972. The YMCA offers competitive swimming training at various facilities through the Mid-State, including the YMCA in Camp Hill, Messiah College, Hampton Township Pool, Northern York High School, as well as the West Shore Country Club. You can find out more information by visiting the YMCA Competitive Swimming website. That's YSYSWIM. YSYSwim.org. Or you can call 514-2287 or visit them on Facebook. Thanks to the YMCA for their support. Jim, we talked about the home pool advantage a little bit.
Yes.
Clearly, for these folks, for the kids who swim in Cumberland Valley, you pointed this out earlier, they love swimming here. They know the blocks. They kind of have a feel for it. It's great for them.
It is. We started, you mentioned the Hoosiers and basketball.
Yeah.
Part of that movie is the coach tells them the basket's 10 feet, right?
25 yards, right?
This pool's 25 yards. The backstroke flags are 15 feet from the end. It's a pool. There's water in it. It's no different. But when you train in this pool every day, you have a distinct advantage. You know where those walls are. The lines on the bottom of the pool, at every pool, they're not exactly the same. There are some that are different. The height of the flag off of the pool sometimes can play a difference in someone's vision when they're doing backstroke. The blocks, as we were just told, the blocks play a huge part. When you're used to them, you know where to place your feet when you hear the take your mark. So there is a big advantage with the home pool, but it's still a pool.
And there's a lane advantage? Do you feel there's a lane advantage when you're swimming?
Not in this pool.
Okay.
Everybody wants to be inside. Everybody wants to be in 4 and 5. But I've had teams before. I've had the first year that our girls won districts at Schuylkill Valley, we clinched that championship, finishing 3rd out of lane 1 in the 400 free relay, a race I'll never forget. And like I said before, we call it outside smoke. And in a pool like this, lanes 1 and lane 8, they don't matter. They're the same.
Well, we pointed out Jacob Detman breaking the Mid-Penn record. We just saw him just a moment ago in the boys 200-yard IM, 153.03. That is a new record. He picks up 20 points for his team and 40 when we get to the when we've been in the relays. Next up, we'll have the girls 50-yard freestyle as we continue with another 4 heats, and we continue with our next set.
You know, I didn't know he broke that record when we were talking to him. I should have looked a little closer. Yeah, congratulations, Jacob.
We're getting fed information here. This is like clockwork here. If you've never seen a swim meet before, they've got a whole series of obviously timing and the scoreboard, and it's an easily informed crowd because you can see exactly what's going on. And here we go with the girls 50-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Riley Matson from Central Dauphin. In lane 2, Laura Weiss from Trinity. In lane 3, it's Athena Tolentino. She's a freshman from Redland. Shannon Mayer from lane 4. She's from Cumberland Valley. Alexa Byers in lane 5. She's from Northern. In lane 6, Teddy Powell from Shippensburg. Maddie Dabrowski swims in lane 7. She's from Boiling Springs. Becky Giordano is in lane 8. She's a sophomore from Palmyra.
and you barely get all that information out, and guess what? They're done. Lane 7, Maddie Dombrowski from Boiling Springs, first to the wall in a 26.3. That's an 8/10 drop from her seed time. And again, we talked about trying to make districts, right? Well, 27.1, her seed time for the AA meet. That's right on what the coaches call the bubble. But going 26.3, I'm pretty sure she's going to make districts. She's going to be happy with that swim.
You know, I just realized I needed to read that faster. That's like, what happened? Nicole Augustine is in lane 1. In lane 2, Elena Wright. Madison Young in lane 3. Maddie Wolf in lane 4. Megan Beam in lane 5. Lindsay Bear in lane 6. Alexis McCarr in lane 7. And Megan Hughes is lane 8.
There you go. You got them all in. We still have about 8 seconds to race. But it looks like in lane 4, Maddie Wolf, the sophomore from Palmyra, she's got the lead. She's going to be first to the wall, seated at 25.94. She just went a 25.15. Phenomenal swim, another 8/10 drop. And again, if you're talking about making districts, those 8/10 of a second, dropping your time, that is huge. Look at the smile on her face. Congratulations, young lady.
Heat number 3, it is Caitlin Whedon in lane 1. Emily Croxall from Hershey in lane 2. Cassie Sakarik is in lane 3. Elizabeth Young in lane 4. Ashley Leisher is in lane 5. Tirza Runovich is in lane 6. Sarah Wyatt in lane 7. Holly Sudavant is in lane 8 from State College.
And in lane 7, the sophomore from Trinity, Sarah Wyatt. She's the defending District 3 AA champion in this event. Last year, she won a 24.52 as a freshman. And here she is in lane 7, swimming against a whole group of AAA girls. And lane 6, Tirza Redentovich, she was 6th at districts last year. Her time was a 25.05. Well, today she just won a 25.13 and won that heat.
Here's Redentovich, the winner of that one. From Susquehanna Township.
How are you liking these fast races?
I have to read fast. You know, I looked down and I was like, whoa. I'm like, why did they stop? I thought I'd done something wrong.
You know, the first 3 events were all 8 laps each. Now you're getting the 2-lapper here.
Fager, Nakano, Robinson, Bashaw, Duck, Capeko, and Andrews and Clancy, 1 through 8.
And in lane 5, Olivia Duck, the junior from Hershey. She's the defending Mid-Penn champion in this event. And it's too hard to tell who's winning this race. It's anybody's race.
Could it be lane 6? No, it's lane 4.
Lane 4, Fiona Vaishov, senior from State College in a 24.44. 4 girls in the 24s in that heat. Great races.
And that is a quick sprint. We went flying through that one. The boys are going to do the same here in their 50-yard freestyle.
I love watching sprinters like that when they just have that nice long stroke. Sprinters have the super, probably 8-beat kick, strong motor behind them.
Zinn, Giordano, Turlington, Schlegel, Baylog, Slattery, Roadcap, Progress.
And we have 2 freshmen, 2 seniors. In the center, looks like lane 5. Nice long arms, 23.11. Lane 5, Sam Baylog of CD East. Dropped half a second. And when you can drop half a second in a 50 like that, that's a great time drop.
Heat number 2, Kevin Hammer from Carlisle. Alex Diaz in lane 2. In lane 3, Richard Kell. Jimmy Karaginas from Mechanicsburg is in lane 4. Max Cassian is in lane 5. Clayton Duncan in lane 6. Ian Geister's in lane 7. Isaiah Bell's in lane 8. A quick 50-yard sprint. 6 across the pool. Could it be lane 2? And Diaz? Got it.
Alex Diaz from a 23-3 seed time to a 22-6, 7/10 drop. And again, there it is. Want to make districts? There you go. Improve that time. Excellent swim, Alex. Good job, Trinity High School.
Fiona Vashaw from the State College is with us, but Fiona, this is so fast, we're going to let the boys finish here.
That's okay.
Before we talk to you. All right, here we go. Kelly, Hamaker, Snyder, Clinch, Boyd, Ginger, Yaw, Giardina. You got some rooting interest here, right?
This heat, 5 out of these 8 boys are double-A swimmers, and that's great to see this late in the event. In the center, teammates from Big Spring, Greg Kinch and Nick Boyd. Looks like lane 7, Tanner Yaw from Palmyra's out there as well, and he is your winner, 22.50, a drop from 22.98. Wonderful swim, Tanner Yaw from Palmyra. This Palmyra team's doing a great job tonight.
Josh Yo in lane 1, Matt Morris in lane 2, Terlicki in lane 3, Painter in lane 4, Young, Chanat, Haywood, Wakefield. These are the fastest times. This is heat number 4 for the boys 50-yard freestyle. This could determine our gold medalist.
Keep your eye on lane 6, sophomore from West Perry, Devin Chanat. Last year as a freshman, he was a District 3 AA champion. His time last year was a 21.50 in the AA meet. He comes off the wall, long, wonderful streamline. But it looks like lane 4, Hershey senior, Chris Painter, 21.62.
Good finish. All right, we're going to talk to our girls 50-yard freestyle winner, Fiona Vashaw from State College. I have to tell you, I'm a little naive to swimming. My first time that we broadcast this, and I look down. This is fast.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about jumping out so fast and what you're thinking there.
Yeah, the start is really important to your race, and the start has always been my weak spot. So I was really nervous for the start, but that was a good swim. It was almost the best time, and we're not tapered this meet, so feeling pretty good.
Talk a little bit about the atmosphere here. I mean, this is a terrific meet, eh?
Yeah, I love the enthusiasm from everyone, and our team is super hype right now over there. Really enjoying the cheering for everyone.
Fiona, you swam the 50 free each of your 3 years previous in districts, and you made it to states in the 50 free.
Yeah, I swam the 50 free all 3 years at districts and states. That's been pretty cool, and I've also been on the medley relay anchoring all 3 years as well.
Well, looking at your states, when you were a freshman, you finished 31st. Then as sophomore, 29th, and last year, 26th. How about a medal this year? Would that be cool to go out as a senior winning a medal?
Yeah, I hope I can do a little bit better this year. I especially hope my sophomore year, our medley got 6th. I hope we can do that again, too.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Fiona, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Winner of the girls 50-yard freestyle, Fiona Vashaw. And I believe we're going to bring up Chris Painter here in a second. From Hershey. Chris, come on up. Put the headsets on. Don't worry. Even though you're wet, that's okay. Chris Painter from Hershey High, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit. I just said to Fiona, that's a fast race. I mean, you don't have much time to think there, right?
No, you don't at all. Getting off the block, I just wanted to focus on my underwaters, getting up quick, getting out in front of the getting out in front of everyone. So then getting to the wall, doing fast turns like my coach told me right before the race, hit your turn, hit it good. The turn felt good. Underwaters felt really good coming off the wall. Just been working on that all season.
Chris, I saw some pictures on the internet with a lot of Villanova gear.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
2 weeks ago, I announced my commitment to swim at Villanova University. That was exciting. Got to share that exciting time with my family. It's a big time for us.
Absolutely. Congratulations with signing with Villanova. Now talk to me, the past couple years at States. You swam the 50 free at districts and states. You were 12th last year?
At States, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Medal this year, right?
That's the goal.
Absolutely. Good luck to you, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Chris, thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Chris Painter from Hershey, winner of the boys 50-yard freestyle. When we come back, it's the girls 100-yard butterfly as we continue live here on ABC 27.
The Brenner family of dealerships gives you better pricing, better customer service, better selection, and a better service department for the life of your vehicle. We'll show you how at Brenner Chrysler Jeep, Brenner Nissan, and Brenner Pre-Owned. The Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, and on Paxton Street, Harrisburg. 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 94 years.
Right now at Pizza Hut, you can get any 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Choose any crust, any sauce, any toppings. So go for it, America. Get any toppings, any crust flavor, anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Karen has 459 friends, but none of them made sure she got home okay. None of them suggested she skip the next drink, try a glass of water, or maybe just call it a night. Karen has 459 friends, but tonight, what she really needed was one good one.
Today's event brought to you by West Shore YMCA Competitive Swimming. You have a high school swimmer that would like to take their training to a more year-round level? Well, the WSY Competitive Swimming Program can help you. The YMCA has competitive swimming opportunities at many facilities throughout the Mid-State. You can visit YMCA Competitive Swimming website or by calling 514-2287 or visit it on Facebook. When I started here, well, I don't know, I don't go back that far, but one of the first sets of swimming stories that I ever did was with this gentleman, Mike Gobrick, whose name is synonymous with swimming. He is the Cumberland Valley swim coach, but also involved, of course, with the West Shore YMCA and competitive swimming. First of all, what a great event this is. What a great atmosphere. You got to be super thrilled at the way this is going.
You know, high school swimming in this area is just awesome. You know, we have so many kids that are swimming fast at this meet tonight, and their parents are here to see it, their peers are here to see it, and it's just such a wonderful opportunity right now as we're going into this women's 100 butterfly, the first heat. But, you know, high school swimming in the central Pennsylvania area is such a wonderful thing. And earlier this year, you know, we had a lot of the grade school and middle school kids come in here to watch these high school meets because it just gets them excited for their time.
This is the first heat in the girls 100-yard butterfly. You got a swimmer here in lane 3.
We do. That's Maddie Tadero that's in the water right now, one of our swimmers over here at Cumberland Valley. Her sister is actually a diver on the team. And, Maddie loves to do the butterfly and having a good time today. And I've always said to the kids, that when you have a smile on your face, you're relaxed, you're going to swim very well. A lot of these kids are saying to me today and to all of their coaches that this is so much bigger than what we're used to at dual meets and stuff like that. And I try to tell all the kids that this is just another meet, Even though your parents and spectators and everybody like that are up there, just stay relaxed, stay focused, and get into the event because you will swim fast.
Katie Fackler in lane 4 from Hershey. She's a freshman way out in front.
She's seated at 108. She just went a 104. 108.8 to 104.0, almost a full 5-second drop for a freshman.
Those coaches over there at Hershey, Greg and Jeff Fastrich, do an awesome job with all of those kids from age group the whole way up to high school, and you can really see it year after year after year. We all of us coaches have so much respect for each other and working with all of these kids, and we're all working with these kids. A lot of them, from the time they're 7 and 8 years old. So it's just great to see the smiles on their face when they, when they're able to race and represent their high school team.
Take a look at the competitors here in the 200-yard butterfly, heat number 2. Weiss, McDougal, Dempsey, Blyminster, O'Connor, Sanderson, Zelko, and Lambert are competitors.
And Mike, you talked about the swimmers in the central part of the state being, very good, and we all know that. And I don't want to start a debate here. Being a former District 3 coach, we all think that District 3 is one of the top districts in the state, if not the top district in the state. And again, I don't want to start a debate with that with our friends at District 1, 7, 11, 2, 4, all around the state. But, Mike, talk to me about this broadcast and how we can expand on this and go further across the state with swimming on television.
Well, I think everybody has to get excited about it. Swimming's one of those sports that it kind of reminds me of wrestling a little bit, that it's got a cult following of other swimmers, you could say. And I think we just need to continue to create the excitement across the state of putting something like this on TV and getting everybody to view it on the computer and on TV.
And you've been one of the pioneers leading the way with a lot of the technical stuff, Mike. In my years of coaching, I've called you many times and asked your thoughts, ideas, opinions to get your answers. Obviously, the PASwimming.com website is one of the best in the nation as far as offering information pertaining to a state's swimming offerings. And we thank you for that, Mike. That website's great, and I know you were a catalyst in getting this program up and running. Thank you for that.
Well, no problem at all, and I appreciate it, Jim. I'm just the type of person that I get excited about swimming. I've been involved in the coaching side of things for about 25 years, both at the YMCA and here at Cumberland Valley for the last 2 years. And swimming is such a great activity to teach these student athletes things such as time management and working together and working hard. My gosh, some of these kids are up at 5:30 in the morning here in the pool training. Then they go to school all day, and then they're back in the evening again, for evening practice. And, they're getting up in the morning, it's dark outside. They're going home, it's dark outside. And, wow, this young girl in here right now, she's having a real good swim in lane 5, Abby Hess. But these kids, their eyes are down on the bottom of that pool, and they're looking at that black line. They just have such dedication for their craft and what they're doing. So when I see them do their best time, or, a favorite saying of mine is nobody ever swims fast without a smile on their face. And, that's such a good thing. I mean, if you look at any of these kids when they hit the wall, and they look up there at that scoreboard, they have such, smile on their faces. Abby Hess right there in lane 5 from Palmyra drops 2 seconds off her time.
And her teammate won the previous race, Emily Blymeister from Palmyra, a senior, so Palmyra takes those last 2 heats.
Well, you're absolutely right, Mike. To be a successful swimmer, number one, you have to love it. You really have to love the sport to get into practice as often as these young men and women do. It takes a rare coach to be able to motivate them, to keep them going. And obviously, you do what you do because you do it well, Mike.
I want to tell you, this is actually not the boys. This is the girls' final heat of 4 here in the 100-yard butterfly. D'Angelo Autumn Fortney is in lane 2. Kaylee Buchanan in lane 3. Kellen Rippon in lane 4. Cammie Cook in lane 5. Kate Cooper in lane 6. Ellie Kex in lane 7. Emily Nolans in lane 8.
You know, Cammie Cook right there in lane 5. She'll be attending University of Pittsburgh here in the fall on a swimming scholarship. And gosh, she's been swimming as like a lot of these girls since their younger age group days. But you see a lot of these kids in here that are seniors, and they already have their college plans, and they're going to continue to, swim in college.
Like Kaylin Rippon from Hershey. Out front.
In lane 3, Kaylee Buchanan. She's actually the defending champion in this event. She won this race last year. Her teammate, Kayleen Rippon, sophomore from Hershey, is going to win it this year. And Kayleen was the runner-up to Kaylee last year. 55.30. That's a half a second drop. Great swim, sophomore. 55.3.
You know, one of the big things with this Mid-Penn meet we as coaches try to do is we want to give the kids enough rest that they can swim fast at this meet, because a lot of these kids are trying to make district qualifying times. All of the teams at this meet, other than State College, are in District 3. So you're going to see a lot of these same names at the high school District 3 championship right here at Cumberland Valley in about 3 weeks. But you don't want to rest them too much, because you want them swimming fast at districts so that they can advance on to the PIAA state championships at Bucknell in March.
Talking with the coach of the host school, Cumberland Valley, Mike Gobrick, with us. Means, James, Ciavella, Jacobs, Evelyn, Progress, Gaiman, and Maxwell are our competitors. I got to ask you about the atmosphere here. I mean, this place is packed. You have people waiting outside to get in for individual events, I guess, too?
We do. I mean, the gallery here can seat about 400 parents, and we had, this meet didn't start till 4 o'clock today, but we had parents lined up at 1 p.m. this afternoon to try to get in here. You know, and that's part of the excitement about high school swimming, that, you know, you got everybody up here in the spectator gallery, and then all of a sudden, you know, the kids, the student athletes in the water feed off of that. But yeah, there were parents here at 1 o'clock.
I think maybe you need to expand the stands. Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's what we need to do here at Cumberland Valley.
Right. Hey, Mike, thanks so much for stopping. Congratulations on a great meet.
Thank you, and thanks everybody for doing this. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike. Mike Gobrick from Cumberland Valley, and
thanks, Mike.
Running some great stuff here. We're going to bring in Kaylee Rippon from Hershey. There's our heat there. Kaylee, go ahead and put the headset on. I'll let you catch your breath. Is it Kayleen? Is that the way you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There you are. We're on TV. Oh. There you go. All right. Tell me a little bit about your 100-yard butterfly run there. How did you feel?
It felt pretty good compared to like this whole season. It felt better than my other swims so far, so that was nice.
But looking at your past, you're a sophomore now, right?
Yes.
Last year as a freshman, you also swam the 100 fly. You were district runner-up, 56.3. Mm-hmm. You went to states. You weren't happy with that morning swim, were you?
No, I was not happy with that at all.
But you came back at night and you won the consolation heat.
Yes.
You're already faster now than what you were last year. You don't have to tell me your goals. I can see it in your eyes. It looks like gold in your eyes.
Thank you. I mean, I have high expectations for myself, so, you know, whatever happens, happens.
I appreciate that attitude. That's awesome. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
I've asked the Hershey swimmers this because Hershey has such a great reputation. What is it like swimming with that great reputation in Hershey High? It must be a kind of a good, fun pressure for you guys.
It definitely is. I mean, you know, it's fun. It's good knowing that, like, you know, you have a coach that can help you
get that far, and it definitely gives you motivation to keep that reputation. So it's it's really fun.
And one of your teammates just won there, Jason, right? Jason
yes.
Gill? Yep. Very good.
Well, how long have you been swimming for Greg Fastrich?
I've been swimming for him since 3rd grade, which is 7 years, I think.
It's a big thing, isn't it?
It is.
That you said about having that coach. You two
He's
probably
amazing.
have a great relationship, and that's awesome.
Yeah, he's an amazing coach. We're lucky to have him.
You are.
Galen Rippon, thanks. Congratulations on your win on the 100-yard butterfly. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
I love having these kids up here. This is a lot of fun to meet them after their swim and see their reactions. I think you point out that, you can see that a lot of them have that look in their eye like, you know what, I can do better. I like this, but I can do better.
One thing I love about these athletes, Greg, they're humble. They sit up here and they talk. They know they have bigger goals than this meet. And, God, I can't wait to watch them at States. This is going to be so much fun.
In lane 6, Jonathan Matta from Bishop McDevitt, the winner of that heat, with a time of 54.95. A reminder, we're going to have a replay of this. If you're watching and you say, hey, I like somebody from out of town, maybe a grandparent or another relative, if you go to advancedhoops.com, we'll archive this in the next day or so. You go to HSS Sports Live TV. There's a little icon on there, and you can watch that race on the replay. Here we go. 4th of 4, boys 100-yard butterfly.
And in this heat are a bunch of returners from this event last year. In lane 5, senior from Cumberland Valley, Matt Zappi. He was 3rd in this event last year. In lane 3, the senior from Trinity, Jordan Wyant. He was 4th in this event last year. And your top seed in lane 4, the sophomore from Lower Dolphin, Jace Fry. He was 5th in this event last year. So we have some returners, some fast butterflyers. The leader, lane 4, 24.26, Jace Fry, sophomore, Lower Dolphin. Final turn, bringing it home.
Almost 3 across.
And it looks like Matt Zappi's pulling away in lane 5. Senior from Cumberland Valley, 52.08. Great swim, senior Matt Zappi, Cumberland Valley.
And a win for the home pool guys. A look at the finish. Matt Zappi on top. Girls 200-yard freestyle relay coming up when we come back.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
How about we cut some fat from the system? How about we lose the hot air and secondhand smoke? Let's give everyone a great choice of doctors and remember we're our own primary care providers. Let's build better plans and pick up some better habits along the way. It's time to be the change we want to see in healthcare and the change we want to see in ourselves. Let's do it all for health. Highmark, Blue Shield.
Back live on ABC 27, we continue with the Mid-Penn Conference Swimming Championships, and a guy who's won in his home pool from Cumberland Valley in the boys 100-yard butterfly. Matt Zappi, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell me about your swim out there. How'd it go?
It felt great. Right off the start, I just felt strong the whole time, especially the second 50. And I just felt good the whole time. I brought it home real strong.
I've asked the Cumberland Valley winners this so far. Is it more comfortable? Do you feel like you get a little bit of a home pool advantage when you're here?
Yeah, definitely. Especially with all the support from our team members and families up in the stands, and just training in here every day. It's really nice to be able to have this opportunity.
Hey, Matt, you said you brought it home strong. Your fourth lap to me looked like your fastest lap.
Yeah.
I bet you're a pretty good 200 butterflyer.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
I bet you are. And I hear you just signed with the college as well. Where are you going?
I'm going to Williams College.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And we love the style and suits here. It's like kind of a maroon black, right?
Yeah.
That looks good. All right.
Yeah,
Matt,
definitely.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck at districts, Matt.
Thank you.
Matt Zappi from Cumberland Valley wins the boys 100-meter freestyle. When we come back, more from the Mid-Penn Conference Championships here on ABC 27.
At Giant, it's never been easier for you to shop smart. Discover low prices on the items you buy most. Save on thousands of items every week with new Red Bonus Buy savings. And with gas rewards, you save big at the pump. You'll love how your savings stack up. Only at Giant. Earn Gas Extra Reward savings every time you shop. And pump up your rewards even more with weekly bonus offers in-ad and in-store. Gas Extra Rewards go farther at Giant.
There's a place where kids really connect to learning. Commonwealth Connections Academy. It's a tuition-free, fully accredited online public school where students find devoted, enthusiastic teachers like never before. Commonwealth Connections Academy, the online public school.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time. When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Well, we're going to continue our final 8 races here. We're glad you're with us here. Greg Nice, Jim Bertman from Cumberland Valley High School here on ABC 27. This has been terrific fun and a great atmosphere. We have been thrilled to televise for the first time the Mid-Penn Conference Championships. I know you guys do the states. You're on PCN, and we always look forward to those as well. But I think this has given, for people who haven't seen this before and for people who have, some great exposure, some understanding into what goes into swimming. And if you've never been to an event before, it's a terrific atmosphere here.
And I hope some people that are watching, and if they haven't ever been to a swim meet live, that maybe this just does spark their interest a little bit. I can tell you one thing. This is an Olympic year. And every Olympic year, the sport of swimming increases its programs, the number of kids that swim, and hopefully this happens again this year. Hopefully the Americans can go to Rio and win a whole bunch more gold medals. That would be awesome.
And it always, I think, once, and we always had great success, whether it goes back to former Olympics, back to our days of Mark Spitz, to the years of Michael Phelps. Do you find more kids get into the pool after the games are over? Like, wow, somebody won a lot of medals and they're excited? Did you notice a spike at all?
Mark Spitz was still a little bit before my time, but
Not mine.
But I'll appreciate that. I do know when Mark Spitz swam and he won his 7 gold medals at the Single Olympics, he did it with a full head of hair, no cap, a regular suit, no goggles. Everything was just plain, nothing fancy. Nowadays, boy, I wish I was part of the evolution of the new tech suits and everything, because they made a lot of money at those companies.
Well, the game's coming up in Rio de Janeiro. Hershey High is way out in front in team scores, by the way. for the girls. And for the boys, State College has the lead over Hershey. But is it feasible for that to change?
That can change in one event, you know, especially a relay. Remember, first place relay is worth 40 points.
Hey, today's event being brought to you by the West Shore YMCA and competitive swimming. The YMCA offers great pre-competitive and stroke clinic opportunities for swimmers in middle school and elementary schools. And the YMCA offers very low commitment competitive swimming opportunities. You can visit the WSY competitive swimming website, see the web address on the screen, or call 514-2287, or visit the YMCA on Facebook. And we thank them for their great support of the Mid-Penn Conference Championships here on television. Well, here we go with the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay. Redland, Mechanicsburg, Cedar Cliff, Palmyra, Chambersburg, and East Pennsboro. Our first set of teams, and these are their B teams. And this all one stroke, correct?
This is all freestyle. 4 girls, each swimming 2 lengths of the pool. And we talked way back at the beginning, Greg, about strategies. Now, a lot of coaches do have strategy in the freestyle relays. Obviously, you probably want to put your best 4 on the A relay and maybe your next best 4 on the B relay. But it depends. Now, how do you make up that relay? Do you put your fastest swimmer first? Do you put your fastest swimmer last? A lot of coaches have lots of different philosophies. You know, I'm not going to mention a name, but one of my good friends in coaching, he always likes to have his best swimmer go second. He knows who he is. I'm not going to mention his name.
Well, out in front in lane 5, it's Palmyra. It's like Redland is second at the moment, but Palmyra with their relay team with a pretty substantial lead here as they hit the next leg.
And I love the relays. To me, the relay is the epitome of team. Not only do your teammates cheer for you when you're swimming individually, but as a relay, your relay splits, your relay times must be faster than your individual times. That shows me you're giving your teammates your 100% maximum effort. And here we go, last swimmer in the pool. Lane 5, Palmyra B team out in the lead, but Cedar Cliff in lane 4 coming on quickly.
Well, we got ourselves a race here, and it looks like Cedar Cliff starting to pull away here.
And look at that kick. The girl from Cedar Cliff, very nice kick, good finish, 153.80. They were seated at a 156, 3-second time drop. Great job by the Colts from Cedar Cliff.
So now, as you take a look at the replay and the finish there, and a good strong finish by Cedar Cliff. Heat number 2 will go Central Dauphin, Susquehanna Township, Chambersburg. Trinity's B team, Shippensburg, Redland, East Pennsboro, and Shippensburg's B team.
So in the water, heat 2. In lane 2, Susquehanna Township. Last year at their district meet, District 3 AA, they were 13th in this event. And again, that's lane 2, Susquehanna Township, and I think that's Terza Rentovich leading that off. She's a very fast 50 freestyler. She swam that event individually earlier tonight, and in the relay, she just led off in a 25.62. Also in lane 7, East Pennsboro swam this at the District 3 AA meet. I believe they were 9th, and they're off to a good start over there in lane 7. Chambersburg in lane 3. Their second swimmer pulled them up very nicely. Great swim. They're in the lead after 2 lengths.
And out in lane 7, East Pennsboro making a run as well.
And remember what I said about the strategy by the coaches. If one coach employs the strategy where they're going to have their fastest go last, but another coach has a strategy where maybe their slowest goes last, it sure can make for an exciting finish when they're catching each other. And if you look at the field right now, 6 of those 8 teams are all within a half a second of each other. Last swimmer in the pool.
Well, we got a good finish coming here to lane 6.
Lane 5, Shippensburg looks to be out in the lead. 1:48, very nice swim for the ladies from Shippensburg. 4-second time drop.
I confused lane 5 for lane 6 there.
And East Pennsboro in lane 7 dropped from 154 to 149. That's a very good swim for them. That will help them with their seeding for districts.
So here we go with heat number 3 of the girls' 200-yard freestyle. Boiling Springs, McDevitt, Palmyra, Lower Dauphin, State College, Carlisle, Northern, and Mechanicsburg's A team.
Yeah, the ladies in lane 1 from Boiling Springs last year at the district meet, they were 8th. And in lane 2 from Bishop McDevitt, they were 7th at their district meet. And in the AAA field, the ladies in lane 3 from Palmyra, they were 9th at the district meet last year. Leadoff swimmer is so important in a relay. You like to get what the coaches call open water so that your second swimmer dives in and doesn't have as many waves to worry about. And that's exactly where Palmyra is thinking. Their leadoff girls out in a 25.31. Second diver dives in the water, very little waves, and she's maintaining that lead. Actually, she's making the lead a lot bigger. Open water, Palmyra, lane 3. 24.94 for their second girl. And Bishop McDevitt in lane 2, trying to track them down.
Palmyra still out in front. McDevitt is right there, as Jim said. Palmyra starting to open up a little ground here.
Well, they're having a very nice race. They were 25.3, 24.9. She just went a 25.4. The anchor's in the water.
And as they make the turn, it looks like Palmyra's going to...
Well, they were seated at 146. I can tell you they're going to beat that easily. What a great swim. 140.01 for Palmyra. That is a 6-second time drop. Ooh, what a great race. Low 25s, high 24s for all 4 of those girls. And it all started with that first girl getting the open water. Makes it a lot easier for the other 3.
So some of the strong teams coming up here now. Northern Trinity State College, the A and B Hershey teams, Carlisle, Cedar Cliff, Cumberland Valley's A team.
And Hershey is the defending champion in this event. Last year they went 136.76. And as I said, Hershey, the defending champion, their time last year, 136.76. It actually tied the Mid-Penn Conference record from 2 years ago. Another Hershey team did it. So here we are, final heat. The girls in lane 1, Northern. Last year at districts, they were 4th. The girls in lane 2 from Trinity. At states last year, they were 3rd. The Hershey girls in lane 4, not only are they defending Mid-Penn Conference champions, they were state runner-up in this event last year. And then over in lane 7, Cedar Cliff was 10th at districts last year, and Cumberland Valley was 7th at the district meet last year. Last heat for the ladies meet, day one, Mid-Penn Conference Championships. 24.5 in lane 4, their second girl. So Greg, your first swim meet. These ladies are fast, aren't they?
Terrific. And you just watch how strong they get, and as you watch each heat, and we get to the fourth, it obviously gets even better and better and better.
Last leg in the pool, Hershey's A in 4, Hershey's B in 5, State College in 3. This could be a very close finish. We talked about adrenaline and heart. This is for team. Look at the fans jumping up and down. The
Hershey.
Last lap of the race for the girls.
Hershey and State College to the line.
And it's State College by 1/100th of a second.
Wow. That would be 138.65 for Hershey, 138.66.
And the time on the board in lane 5, the third place, that's probably not the right time. If it were, that would be first place. But clearly Hershey's B was third. State College pulled that out by .01. Now remember, State College is District 6. So those ladies won't get a rematch at districts. If a rematch comes, it will happen at the state meet.
State College, of course, came down here a number of years ago because of their Quad A status. So Mifflin County and State College are both in Mid-Penn. So here we go with the boys 200-yard freestyle, heat number 1, Mechanicsburg, Cedar Cliff, Chambersburg, and Palmyra. Our final 4 races of the night. This will also decide the team championships. And just 4 teams in the pool in this one.
Now remember that they can still score some more points tomorrow night. I guess maybe tomorrow morning it is.
Good point, yeah.
So the team champion won't be decided tonight, but it's always a good feeling for the team who leaves tonight having the lead. They can go home, get a good night's rest, wake up in the morning knowing they're in the lead, they have the benefit. And we talked about Cumberland Valley having the benefit of their home pool.
I've been so excited I forgot there was a tomorrow.
There is a tomorrow.
Yeah, so you want to wait in line and come out?
No.
Be packed, no?
It's cold out there.
I know that.
We talked about, Mike Gobrecht said that people were out here since 1 o'clock, and earlier I jokingly said that they were probably out here since Wednesday. Listen, I know for a fact the team I used to coach, the parents for districts, they would meet outside at 4 a.m.
Wow.
I'm not joking you.
Did they call it Berkmanville? Like
No,
they put up tents or something?
No, not at all. But they did have tents, heaters, they would bring breakfast, you name it, they had it. So here we go. One more swimmer in the pool for the first heat. Boys 200 free. Lane 2, Mechanicsburg. Diving in with the lead. Cedar Cliff is right with them. Cedar Cliff coming off the wall in that last turn with a little bit of an edge.
Mechanicsburg right there.
And it is Cedar Cliff, 144.49. First to the wall in heat number 1.
And there's the finish, and Cedar Cliff on top in lane 3. They will put their A team out here for heat number 2. They'll be in lane 8. Cumberland Valley, Shippensburg, Trinity, and Central Dolphins B team. Mechanicsburg also up with their A team along with Northern. Redlands in lane 7, as we said, Cedar Cliff in lane 8. 3 races to go.
And the boys from Northern York High School in lane 6. Last year at their district meet, they were 5th in this event, so they took home some medals. They're in lane 5 of heat 2 here in the 200 freestyle relay. Again, looking at the different strategies employed by the coaches. Looks like lane 3, Trinity, their B team, looks like their coach had probably one of their fastest lead off the race. They have open water for their second swimmer. And there's Northern York over in lane 6. I talked about them last year winning the 5th place medal at last year's districts. And their boys are out there. Their second boy just won a 24.4, good split. But in lane 4, Central Dauphin's second swimmer was fastest in that race, 23.7.
Lane 6 is Northern. Good run here by Central Dauphin as well in lane 4.
And it looks like it's going to be between those two. Northern in 6, Central Dauphin in 4. Although the Mechanicsburg and Redland are closing quickly. Love that view on the camera. That's awesome. Lane 4 wins the race. Central Dauphin 136.14 and Northern in 6, 136.18. 2 races ago we saw a ladies race end by .01. Well, there's .04. You wanted your close races. What a great way to end the evening.
2 more left. A lot of the A teams up. Shippensburg, Carlisle throwing their A out. Hershey's B team. The rest are A's. Redland, Susquehanna Township, Lower Dauphin, Cumberland Valley, and Palmyra. Boys 200-yard freestyle relay. Next to the last heat of the night. First of 2 days of competition here from Cumberland Valley.
And again, these boys have experience from last year. In lane 4, Red Lamb, they were 12th at their district meet last year in this event. In 5, Susquehanna Township was 5th at the AA meet in this event. Lower Dauphin was 13th. Cumberland Valley was 15th, and Palmyra was 12th in the state in this event last year. So there is some experience in the pool right now. First to the wall, lane 6, Lower Dauphin, 22.71 on their leadoff leg. A lot of waves out there right now.
It's like lane 4, Redland out in front.
You look across the blocks, all 8 of these swimmers ready to dive in are wearing their tech suits. They're ready to go. And it is Redland out in the lead right now after 2 legs. Is that same Redland team we talked about that won their division for the first time in 25 years?
Looks that way. They won the Keystone.
Here you go, gentlemen. You won your division. Win the race. 22.74 on the 3rd leg. Boy, this is their race, isn't it?
And the last leg, he is pumped.
Open water. He has no waves to swim through.
Wow. This will be a convincing victory for Redland. In the 3rd and next to the last heat.
131.46. They dropped over a full second.
So that brings us to the final heat and final race of the night. 7A teams 1B, McDevitt, Chambersburg, State College, Hershey, Trinity, Boiling Springs, Central Dauphin, and State College's B team.
And 5 out of these 8 teams have experience from last year as well. Bishop McDevitt in lane 1, they were 8th at their district meet. In lane 7, Central Dauphin, they were 6th at their district meet. Last year, lane 6, Boiling Springs, they were district champions in this event. In lane 4, Hershey, defending champion in this event at this meet. They were 3rd at the state in the AAA meet. And in lane 5, Trinity, they were state runner-up at the AA meet last year. So lots of experience again here.
Almost 5 across.
And it looks like at this point, first to the wall is Trinity. They're at the wall in 44.3, a 22.0 for their second swimmer. 3rd swimmers in the water.
Trinity with the edge. Final 2 laps coming up.
Half a body length lead over State College in lane 3. These young men really are moving. Now, anchoring for Hershey in lane 4 is Chris Painter. We talked to him. He was the 50 freestyle champion. What's he got coming up? Look at that underwater work. Oh, my word.
Look at him come
Chris
to the line.
Painter from Hershey. That is unreal. Trinity holds him off. 1:28.06. Give some credit there to that anchor from Trinity because he saw Chris Painter coming. But that's adrenaline. We talked about that. The heart for your team, your fans in the stands, your teammates in the balcony. What a race. Greg, what a way to end the night.
That was great. Trinity pulls that one out. Chris Painter came on strong at the end. Good finish to the first day. When we come back, we'll wrap up this first day for the Mid-Penn Conference Championships with our giant post-match show. When we come back, we're live on ABC 27 and High School Sports Live.
Right now at Pizza Hut, you can get any 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Choose any crust, any sauce, any toppings. So go for it, America. Get any toppings, any crust flavor, anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
How about we cut some fat from the system? How about we lose the hot air and secondhand smoke? Let's give everyone a great choice of doctors and remember we're our own primary care providers. Let's build better plans and pick up some better habits along the way. It's time to be the change we want to see in healthcare and the change we want to see in ourselves. Let's do it all for health. Highmark, Blue Shield.
The biggest needs for young basketball players are confidence and improved skill level. Advanced Hoops 3D training gets the best results because Gerald Jarman's dribbling and instruction are cutting edge. Archie Smith is passionate and helps young players get quicker and faster. Charlie Fortney is the best shooting instructor around year after year.
Circling low.
Players can compete in competition classes. It's the most affordable and effective training. To register for spring 3D training, go to advancedhoops.com.
Karen has 459 friends, but none of them made sure she got home okay. None of them suggested she skip the next drink, try a glass of water, or maybe just call it a night. Karen has 459 friends, but tonight, what she really needed was one good one.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Stay low, drop.
Players and parents have more confidence in Advanced Hoops and Team PA AAU basketball. It's the only program that invests in a full-time staff to ensure that players get quality coaching, skill development, practice time, and quality tournaments. Over 170 players placed in college. Wow!
Advanced Hoops is on another level. Since my son has started, he's improved in shooting, dribbling, and understanding the concepts of the game.
To check out Advanced Hoops and Team PA, go to advancedhoops.com.
Back live here on ABC 27 and our post-meet report, sponsored by Giant. We also want to thank the folks at the West Shore YMCA Competitive Swimming. And they've got all kinds of great programs over there. You can visit their website, wsyswim.org. 514-2287. Mike Gobrick running the program, and they've got locations and pools at Camp Hill, Messiah, Hampton Township, Northern, and the West Shore Country Club, and we hope we've inspired some kids here today. Jim, I cannot say enough about the atmosphere, the competitiveness of this. There's another day to go, of course, for this, but you can see how exciting and competitive this is. Certainly impressed with the Hershey kids, Cumberland Valley, but there were so many kids who were competitive here tonight and all besting a lot of their own times.
And we talked about that at the beginning. That's the goal. They come here, they train. Some of them train year-round. Some of them are just strictly high school swimmers. They start training in mid-November. You know, they give up their holiday break. Most of these kids train twice a day over the holiday break from school. There's no such thing as a snow day. School might be closed for snow, but I'll bet you most of them are getting in a pool somewhere, whether it's at a YMCA or maybe even the school allows them to come in on snow days, depending on what the district is. But these kids are dedicated, and you can tell at the end of the race, they almost all have smiles on their faces because they achieved something they try to achieve all year long. The coaches work with them all year long, and it comes down to today, and they finally achieved a goal. And hopefully their times are fast enough that in 3 weeks at districts, they can go even faster.
All right, so the girls from Hershey have the lead after the first day here, and I'm not sure if we got the boys up just yet, but who was leading? I think State College.
State College was in the lead going into that last relay.
So what do we look for tomorrow? What do we see in terms of races tomorrow and what we'll look for here tomorrow?
Well, again, just a continuation of today. We talked about off air, we talked about double winners and were there any double winners, and I don't believe there were any today because typically no one will swim 2 individual events on the same day. Some do, and it's not rare. It happens. But no double winners today. Tomorrow they'll come back and maybe someone will win another event who won an event today. There'll be a double winner. And then, at the end, it comes down to team points. And it looks like Hershey's girls have set themselves in good position to defend their title. We're waiting for the boys' scores to be posted going into that last relay. State College had a slight lead, but Hershey wasn't far behind. And Hershey's 200 free relay beat State College's, depending on the points. We'll see how that works out.
Jacob Deckman setting a new Mid-Penn record in the 200-yard IM. So we congratulate him, and there's State College on top, leading Hershey by a few points. What are the difference there is 30-32 as we go in to tomorrow, so it should be a very competitive afternoon. I can't tell you how much fun this was to watch this, to do it on television for the first time. I hope it's the first of many, and I hope we've given you a look inside. It's been an education for many of us. I hope for you it was for me, and you see what swimming is like. I can see why people get excited and why people are so dedicated and why we packed this place today. I hope this was a great showcase for Mid-Penn sports and Mid-Penn swimming.
Well, most of these kids, when they talk about blood type, no one talks about chlorine. But there's definitely a chlorine blood type that to be a successful swimmer, the many hours you spend in the pool, their hair doesn't look normal. Most boys don't even comb their hair when they leave practice. Mike Gobrecht talked about a cult, and it can be. It sure can be. These boys and girls are definitely a rare breed of athlete, and I tip my hat to every single one of them for all they do, and I congratulate them all.
Jim, thanks so much. Thanks for your expertise. It was a lot of fun.
You got it, Greg. Thank you.
Jim Berkman, longtime Pennsylvania high school coach, with us tonight, and we were thrilled that you were with us here on ABC 27. We will continue to follow the Mid-Penn swimming meet. We'll have some highlights coming up tonight on Sports Extra. Pat Welter and I will have a look at the Mid-Penn swimming. We'll also have the York County Girls Basketball Championships, as well as a look at the Big 33. Thanks to our entire crew from Invicta. As always, our director, Chad Edwards, and the great camera work, particularly the guys way up top in the catwalk who got us all of those great shots. Now for Jim Berkman, Greg May saying so long from Cumberland Valley High School. We thank Athletic Director Mike Craig and their entire staff for their support. Thanks for watching the Mid-Penn Conference Swimming Championships, part of High School Sports Live coverage here on ABC 27. Hope you have a great night.